Hello, Starcraft fans. I am eOnZerG. I'm going to cast the game on Metalopolis. This is game number 2 between TLO, the little one from Team Liquid. He's our blue Protoss player on the left side of the map. And on the opposite side of the map, Hasu from Clan NMrUUG. He is also Protoss. He's our red Protoss, so we have a red versus blue situation going on this game. And we've got some scouting heading out. So Hasu is already checking, going for earlier scout, going for a pylon scout with his probe. Of course, that means scout after you build your pylon. For all of those out there who don't know the lingo. So wow, already have a quick gateway there for TLO. Looks like, actually no, never mind, that wasn't a quick gateway. He's up to 14 food. So Hasu just going for a little bit later gateway. So we saw that the same thing from him last game. Last game though, he scouted it, so this basically was a pure coincidence, not necessarily anything planned or strategized. So gas going down for both players. TLO getting his a little bit sooner. Of course, he did get his gateway a little bit sooner also. And we just have a little probe tag running around here, and actually they changed these vents here. Oh, okay, this is quite interesting. I wasn't aware of this little bit of a change. Used to be able to fit a command center in here, but not anymore. So last game we did have Hasu go for a one base Colossus play opening. TLO went for that Blink Stalker opening. It didn't pay off too well for him because we saw all of his attempts to get up the ramp. He really lost. It seems like he lost a Blink Stalker every time he made an attempt. And whenever you have Blink, you just can't afford to lose units because you've invested so much into that tech, and you only have Blink to show for it. So we have Chrono Boost Zealot coming out, and he's where is he heading to? Is he running up here? Not much you're gonna find up there, TLO, but he's gonna scout with that Zealot. Why not? I've actually been scouting a little bit later when I play ladder matches, Protoss mirror match, just because. I mean, you already have a plan built into your head. You're like, okay, I'm either going to go Blink Stalker build on the 4-gate, I'm going to Colossus build, I'm going to do this or that. And they really don't, they rarely change based on your scouting patterns. So, and most players don't go for like some type of crazy Nexus first build. So there's really not much of a reason at this point in Starcraft 2 in a Protoss mirror match to go for a really early scout, unless you're just kind of worried about, I don't know, Proxy Gate or something like that. But anyway, TLO has got a Zealot Stalker out, actually 2 Zealots out, and he's going for a Robo. Okay, so he's going for a really quick Robo, and he's already got his second assimilator up and going, making warp gates. And what do we got going over here in the camp of Hasu? He looks like he's going for 3 gateway. It looks like a similar build to what we saw last time. He doesn't have his 4th gateway down yet, so I'm kind of expecting him to just go for the same build he went last time, which is that 1-base Colossus build. And looks like Hasu's going to pick off TLO. Yep, looks like TLO's going to lose that probe. He's not actually going to get there. And did he actually scout his opponent's base that far? No, he has not yet scouted. He's been everywhere except Hasu's base. And that was a really nice play from Hasu there, just taking that Stalker, running around, catching that probe off guard, getting that kill, and denying some valuable knowledge from TLO there. So warp gates are finished. And there's that second gas coming up from Hasu. Ooh, it looks like Hasu's going to go for Blink Stalker play this game and kind of switch it up a little bit on TLO. TLO going for an Immortal build. Oh, okay, this is not looking good for TLO. Blink Stalkers against a 1 gateway Immortal opening isn't too good. Looks like TLO is actually going to go for Colossus Bay. So we have a little bit of a role reversal this game. So he's not actually going to go for a massive, most of the Immortals. He's going to transition. Looks like he's going to go straight into Colossus at this point. So we do have a role reversal. A little bit of strategy switch here between the players. Hasu's going to come up here and peek, and he's going to see that Immortal. Did he see it? Oh, I wonder if he saw that. That would definitely be a huge tell if he saw that Immortal up there in that situation. But we do have Blink now being researched for Hasu. TLO putting a forward pylon here. It's going to be very handy to be able to warp units. Maybe here on the along the low ground. TLO now quickly getting that observer out. He's got some downtime on this robotics facility until that robotics bay finishes. So he's going to make an observer, send that over there, do some scouting, and TLO is going to use this probe. Probably, is he going to make an expansion? He's got a lot of money. No, he's just spent too much of it on that Colossus. That would be crazy, making expansion and Protoss mirror matches early in the game. But we do have Blink still being chrono boosted out. It looks like Hasu's going to slowly... Oh, okay, I bet he's going to make an observer out of this. Blink up in his base, and this may be a lot better. We did have TLO get that hallucination, but he really didn't put too much pressure on his opponent by blinking into his base constantly, back and forth, and he really kind of lost that timing window where blink is really powerful before a critical number of colossus come out. So if Hasu can maybe put a little bit more pressure than TLO did this game, it can actually swerve. Oh no, a TLO expanding. So wow, okay, definitely TLO. This is quite interesting. I would be surprised if he can actually hold this. He's got the colossus out, but he can force to cancel. Oh no, he forced to cancel right there, and that's definitely worth it. He did lose a stalker, but he did cancel the expansion. And he's building it again, so wow, TLO, I guess assuming that since the map distance is quite far, he's going to go for an expansion, but at the same time, Hasu is going to throw down his own expansion, close air spawning distance to TLO, and basically just, here we got that observer coming out. This observer is going to provide vision to the high ground, so of course the stalkers will be able to blink up there and do quite a bit of damage, and now he's going to come up here and try to pick off a unit or two. Looks like he may get a zealot. Oh no, if he can get that zealot, that's going to be pretty nice. Looks like he's going to get it. Yes, he gets it and blinks before he... Actually, I think he took a little bit of damage there, even though he did blink out of that, but he didn't lose a single unit. Health is getting a little low on a couple of those stalkers, but they're still paying off, and he's going to run down here and just blink in the back of his base and grab some kills. He can kill a couple probes here, and is he going to do it? Looks like he is going to not do that. He's just going to come up here and focus fire and kill that stalker and then blink back. Nice play, nice play. So Hasu's blink micro has definitely been a lot better. The only difference between this game and last game is, of course, TLO has his units on the low ground, and they're a little bit more susceptible to this blink attack and then run away, of course. He does have that observer, which is really nice. It can kind of give him an advanced game plan so he can see, okay, this is the unit I want to focus. You can click on it, take it out, and then blink back very quickly. So he does have an observer up here. He's got vision. He can blink up here anytime. And let's see what he's doing. He's going to just look around here at the observer, see what he's up against. Is he going to blink up? Just maybe get an eye on something. Maybe going to try and snipe a colossus. I'm not quite sure. Let's see what he's going to go for. We do have that probe transfer from the bottom of the map. You can see that roll down. He's going to get it. Oh no, that observer gets sniped because the other observer from TLO does show up. So now, unfortunately, Hasu taking it out on the statue, taking that statue out, lost his observer. So there's not going to be too many more blink stalker shenanigans. This situation, Hasu doing a good job of microing those weak stalkers from the back of his army, and it looks like he's just going to come up here to the front and try and do some damage with two colossus out. I don't know if he's going to be able to snipe anything in this point. Losing a lot of shield damage here and a couple bit of damage on his main life, and he's going to get out of there. So TLO has got a pretty big army at this point. He did get his expansion up, I think, a little bit sooner. 1450 versus, so actually pretty close there, but he does have double gas up and running, and TLO is just chasing Hasu back to his base. Hasu blinking, and now he's going to turn around. Nope, he's going to go back, and TLO is going to apply the pressure, but he needs a... I think this is a pretty good timing window for TLO to attack. He does have Immortals, he's got Colossus, he's got a pretty good number of Stalkers, and Hasu, what does he have as an army-wise? Okay, he does have some Colossus of his own, but he doesn't have range upgrade. Does TLO have range upgrade? No range upgrade yet, but he does have 3 Colossus, so this could be a bad attack for Hasu. He may not have enough to deal with this. We'll see what he's going to go for here. TLO doesn't see an expansion, so he's not aware of that yet. And we'll just see if he's going to blink down there and try and take some units out. He does have these 2 Immortals. This thing's maybe the tie turn of this game, taken out of Gateway. Good job there for TLO sniping that Gateway, but he's going to fall back. Oh no, he's just going to fall back. Interesting. I guess the Colossus numbers were kind of evening out. In TLO's mind, TLO sees, okay, wrong person. TLO sees, okay, he's got 1 base. I think he's got 1 base. You can see even TLO down here with the Stalker trying to kind of scouting for another expansion. And now it looks like he is going to scout that out eventually. But in this situation, with his current knowledge, he thinks, okay, he's on 1 base. I'm on 2 base. I don't have to attack. I have the economic advantage. I don't want to attack. Now he sees this base and he's like, oh no! He fooled me. So now TLO is probably like, oh no, I'm not as far as I thought I was, and we may see TLO go on the attack once Thermal Lances gets close to finishing. But that's something TLO definitely did not want to find out about. That was that hidden expansion. So TLO is definitely thinking the game is a lot closer than what it normally would have been if it would have been two bases versus 1 base. Hasu going to go on the pressure. Looks like he's going to go on the attack. I don't know. Looks like he is. He does have 3 Colossus. He did finish his range. I think, did he finish it first? Yeah, he has his range finished first. TLO's is just about to finish. 4 Colossus here. The 4th one now showing up a little late to the party, and TLO has 5 Colossus now, so 5 versus that. And let's check the unit count while we're at 11 versus 14, 5 versus 5, 2 Immortals, and no immortals for Hasu. And we have a fight going on here, and let's see how this is going to turn out. I'm not quite sure. He's warping some Stalker or Zelts up there to the front, but it looks like both players do not want to fight this, and it looks like both players are going to go back to their respective sides and chill out and macro up a little bit more. One attack upgrade for ground weapons now being researched for Hasu, and TLO just continuing to make probes and Colossus at this point. And it looks like another probe. TLO's going to send a probe out here to build a base, so he's going to go for a third. Let's check the food counts at this point. TLO is up to 141, and then Hasu's at 146, so very close food counts between both players here. Upgrade-wise, looks like both players still have no upgrades, but of course Hasu is going for that one attack upgrade. We may see him go for an attack once that hits. Maybe, maybe not. And if he can grab this, pick up this Colossus, that could be huge, but he's going to go in a really bad angle, I think. TLO does have the high ground, though. That's pretty nice, but he's getting those Zelts up here in the front, blinking up right up there to the front, losing Colossus on the right. Looks like TLO's going to lose his Colossus on the right also, so both players lost Colossus. Nice blink stalker play from Hasu in the back, picking off all those Colossus, and all the majority of the Colossus from Hasu are still alive, and those are the things you want to keep alive in this matchup. And it looks like Colossus-wise, it looks like Hasu just dominated that fight. Look at that. Whoa, 6 Colossus left. TLO left with a lousy one Colossus left in that fight. That blink stalker play, and actually TLO just GGing right there, so Hasu winning that fight. He won this best of 3, 2-0. That fight went so extremely well for Hasu. I think he had really good positioning. TLO did have high ground here, but his units were kind of spread out over here and over here, and the majority of Hasu's units were focused right here in this bottom part. He quickly blinked up right on top of the Colossus, focus fire, took him out, and whenever you have all those stalkers blinking on top of the Colossus really does, their splash damage isn't really spread as well as it would have been if the stalkers were all lined up in the same situation as TLOs were. And we just saw the Colossus numbers for TLOs quickly drop while Hasu's just were pumping out like crazy. I think he actually went for a double robo, so that actually allowed him to catch up in Colossus numbers and surpass TLO. With that early blink, he played blink pretty well. He got a couple kills. He just got one or two here and there. Didn't do anything crazy. Didn't try and win the game with blink. Just played a nice, slow, steady. Got a couple kills. I think he only lost one stalker. Nothing crazy, but definitely paid off for him getting that blink in the late game. Blink, it can show you how it can pay off in different ways towards the end of the game. They're just blinking right on top of the Colossus. Folks start taking him out. You really can't use this Colossus whenever you're so much pressure on with those blink stalkers, and Hasu just played that PvP beautifully. So I hope you guys enjoyed this best of 3 between Hasu and TLO. I'll see all of you later.